Multimillionaires don't get there by accident, and they definitely don't get there by chasing what looks good in the moment. They get there by making a series of decisions that at first glance seem almost underwhelming. They choose assets over appearances, systems over emotions, and long-term growth over short-term comfort. And the reason this works so well is because most people are wired to do the exact opposite. Start with assets over appearances. This is one of the most overlooked mindset shifts, but it's also one of the most powerful. The average person spends money to signal success. They upgrade their lifestyle the moment they get a raise. They buy nicer clothes, a better car, a bigger house, not because they need it, but because they feel like they've earned it. And on the surface, that makes sense. You work hard, you want to enjoy the results, but here's the problem. Every dollar spent on appearances is a dollar that could have been working for you. Multimillionaires understand that early on, the goal isn't to look rich, it's to become rich. So instead of spending on things that impress other people, they put their money into assets, things that either generate income or increase in value over time. This doesn't mean they never spend money or never enjoy life. It means they prioritize differently. When they have extra cash, their first instinct isn't, what can I buy? It's, where can I put this so it grows? That shift alone changes everything, because over time, those assets start producing returns, and those returns get reinvested, and suddenly the money you earned once starts working for you over and over again. Meanwhile, the person focused on appearances has to keep earning new money just to maintain the same lifestyle. One builds momentum, the other stays stuck in place. Then there's systems over emotions. This is where discipline really comes into play. Most people manage their money based on how they feel in the moment. If they feel good, they spend. If they feel stressed, they spend. If the market looks scary, they stop investing. If things look exciting, they jump in without thinking. It's reactive, it's inconsistent, and over time it leads to poor decisions. Multimillionaires remove as much emotion from the process as possible by creating systems that run automatically. They don't rely on willpower every month to decide whether they should save or invest. It's already decided. A portion of their income gets allocated the moment it comes in. Investments happen on a schedule, not based on headlines or gut feelings. Bills are planned, spending is tracked, and there's a structure in place that keeps everything moving forward regardless of how they feel that day. This is important because emotions are unpredictable. You can't build long-term wealth on something that changes every day. Systems, on the other hand, create consistency. And consistency is what leads to results. Think about it like this. If every financial decision requires effort, you're eventually going to burn out. You'll make exceptions. You'll justify bad choices. But if the majority of your financial life runs on autopilot, you remove the friction. Good decisions happen by default, not by effort, and over time, those small automatic actions compound into something significant. The third part is long-term growth over short-term comfort. This is probably the hardest one because it goes against human nature. We're wired to seek immediate rewards. We want results now. We want to feel progress now. And when something requires patience, it's easy to lose interest. Multimillionaires train themselves to think differently. They're willing to sacrifice a little bit of comfort today in exchange for a lot more freedom later. That might mean living below their means even when they can afford more. It might mean saying no to things that others say yes to. It might mean putting money into investments instead of spending it on experiences or upgrades. And in the moment, that can feel like you're missing out. But what they understand is that every choice has a trade-off. Spending money today isn't just about what you get now, it's about what you're giving up in the future. When you consistently choose long-term growth, you start to build something that most people never experience: leverage. Your money begins to work for you. Your investments start generating returns that generate more returns. And over time, the gap between what you have and what you need widens. That's when financial freedom becomes a reality, not just an idea. What ties all of this together is the ability to delay gratification. Multimillionaires aren't necessarily smarter or more talented than everyone else. They're just better at prioritizing the future over the present. They understand that the small decisions they make today, where to spend, where to invest, how to manage their money, have a massive impact over time, and they're willing to stick with those decisions even when the results aren't immediately visible. In the beginning, this approach can feel slow. You're investing consistently, but the returns seem small. You're controlling your spending, but it doesn't feel like it's making a huge difference. You're following a system, but there's no instant reward. And this is where most people give up. They assume it's not working, or they get distracted by something that promises faster results. But the reality is, this is exactly how it's supposed to feel. Wealth doesn't grow in a straight line. It grows exponentially. That means the biggest results come later, after you've already put in the time and effort. The early stages are about building the foundation, the habits, the systems, the discipline. And once those are in place, everything starts to accelerate. Your investments grow faster, your income increases, your opportunities expand, and it all traces back to those simple principles. Choosing assets over appearances, relying on systems instead of emotions, and focusing on long-term growth instead of short-term comfort.